Alright folks, we're back again, and we are going to do my actual normal drive for my commute, just a little bit later in the day. A little bit better weather than last time too, so let's hit the road. So first up, we have this stop sign, which is usually fine. For a while, this actually rendered as 2 stop signs a lot, which was kind of fun. Oh, there it is. 2 stop signs. There's clearly 1, but we got 2. Alright, first up, will we navigate the cul-de-sac? Yes or no? Survey says no, we're going to stop. So let's push through that and move on. Like I said, usually this one up here we usually get just fine. Again, don't know what the difference in these 2 cul-de-sacs are, but it seems to be what it likes. And we're going to stop here for unknown reasons. So today we did not navigate correctly, so I'll push through that. I don't know if the bicyclist on the side had anything to do with that. It shouldn't have, because it wouldn't have figured into the path planning at all, but you never know. Alright, I'm protected right out of my allotment here. Got a good go here. Yep, easy peasy lemon squeezy there. So, 2 things where it's like, what are you doing? And then that beautiful move there. Just absolutely perfect. And in fact, what was the most beautiful thing about it is it was very human-like in predicting the speed of the vehicle and kind of just merging right in behind it at, as the vehicle was passing. Really, really good. Alright, as I mentioned last time, let's see what we're going to have up here with this light. Oh, alright, we're going to get a stoplight here, so, alright. Yeah, as I've said before, the next upcoming light where we're going to make a left, if there's traffic backed up, I don't tend to give the car the chance to try and do anything. So we're going to have to make a left up here. This could be an intervention waiting to happen because we got someone already trying to make a left. We got 2 somebody's already trying to make a left up here. Alright, so... Alright, we're going to end up with a stoplight, so it's not going to matter. Why that lead car did not turn, I don't know. Like, he's... Okay. Well, there's that. I hope you all are having a lovely day. As you see, typical Ohio weather, it's gray and terrible. Just like my last video that I did with this drive. Alright, so we've got the arrows, so we can just go here. That was one thing I was worried about with somebody behind me. One thing that would be nice is if they rendered when you had the arrow so that you kind of knew what the car was expecting to do. Because all you see on the screen is just a green light. Or not sometimes. Sometimes it does show red, but it's a red light with a green arrow. Good early stop here. Sees the cars in front of me, slowing down. Going to come to a complete stop here because this guy making a left. And apparently we got another person making a left. Alright. Oh, goodness. Something hit the back of my throat, right, and tickled, and now I got a cough going on. No need to be putting a left turn signal on here. I don't know what it's doing. I was listening there kind of intently. I don't know if you noticed that, but I heard a weird kind of like whirring sound that I thought was my car. It was. I forgot about the pedestrian warning system. We dropped, I'm assuming we dropped below 25 miles an hour there, so it had to make a sound. And that's what I was hearing. I thought there was something wrong with the car for a moment. Here's going to be the fun one. We'll see if we get the arrow at this turn onto 12th or not. Getting the arrow usually means a pretty smooth turn. Not getting the arrow usually means who knows. It's going to be entirely dependent on if there's anyone behind me, because the car doesn't take the intersection. Like if I'm first in line, the car doesn't move into the intersection to wait on the left turn like it should. And if I sit back at the stop bar and there's anybody behind me, they're gonna be like, what the heck, dude? But with probably some more colorful language. I also find that the car doesn't seem to handle this turn very well with oncoming traffic when the turn is no longer protected. So if I got the arrow, I'm doing great. If I don't have the arrow, no need for a turn signal there. We're going straight. So yeah, if I got the arrow, I'm doing fine. If I don't, all manner of craziness can decide to go on. The more I have been kind of paying attention to what's going on out there, the more it seems that all the improvement is in the highway department and not much has changed on the city street department. I hope that's not true for version 11, because there's plenty of stuff that needed fixed on the city side too. Detects those as blinking yellows, but it did not slow the car any, so that's good. As it shouldn't have. Those are just caution lights to let you know that there's somewhat of a blind turn there. Alright, so we got no one in front of us. Okay, why are we... Okay, we should be getting in the left lane here. Okay, so now we're going to decide. Okay. Normally, that just gets right into the left lane. I don't know what the heck happened there. That's not normally how that fails if it wants to fail. Alright, let's see if we get the arrow or not. We do not. So this will be fun. Actually, don't see too much traffic coming the other way, so as long as we don't get the green too soon. Alright, well this could be an adventure. So yeah, we should be pulling into the intersection. We're not. And actually the car is doing a whole lot of nothing for some reason. So I had to actually give it the accelerator to tell it to do something there. That's a new one. I've seen it do that before where it tells you at the bottom to press the accelerator to continue. But it did not give me that message, unless I missed it. But I don't think I did. Y'all can tell me in the comments. Yeah, that was a new way for that to fail that intersection. So it doesn't trust this truck, so it slowed down a little bit, but we're okay there. Frankly, it was probably right not to trust that truck, because he was popping into the turn lane, and I don't know if it detected what his speed was, and maybe it was a little unsure, but slowing down 1 or 2 miles per hour to kind of judge what's going on, that was a normal move to make if you didn't trust something as a human, so I don't blame it. Slide right into this middle lane exactly like we should. Alright, this right that we're going to have coming up here, not this right, the next right that we have. Actually, even this one's a little bit suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. You know, this first one, it could take a little more smoothly. It's really not all that complicated. And then coming out of the right, there's kind of an immediate left that it kind of really hugs the curb line a little bit. That, you know, I would be absolutely further off that curb as a human. But the worst one is the right after that. It's sometimes it goes to the right lane, sometimes it goes to the left lane, sometimes it can't figure out what it wants to do, but what it'll guaranteed do further down that road is hug into the right turn only lane into the last possible second. Apparently this is the day that all my friends went to text. Alright, that was an awful hard break for that. Not one that I would have docked it for, but it was a little unnecessary. And when I say docked it, if you're unfamiliar with my FSDBeta safety score, when it takes actions that are unsafe or confusing to other humans on the road, I assign a score just like they used to do to us to try and get into the beta. So, yeah, this is a little slower than it needed to be. I mean, it's not awful. And then here's where it really likes to hug this right edge. As you see, we're really get over here and then snap back. Okay, this right is, again, another interesting one. And then we're free and clear for a little while until it's got to get actually, here's what it will do. If it takes the left lane here, which it might, it'll move to the right lane, which it shouldn't, due to path planning. And then, or if it does take the right lane, as it should, by law at least, it should then move to the left lane, because we're going to need the left lane to continue on in not very much distance. So yeah, watch this. This right is almost always really herky-jerky. And actually that wasn't terrible for what it normally does. So in less than a mile, we need to make a left turn. Alright, good. It did not trust that car. That was actually, again, really good preventative, defensive driving there. Not this traffic light, but the next one. The lane that we are in is right turn only, and we need to get out. And there is a sign, I believe, at this light that, or shortly beyond it, that claims that, and I think even some lane paintings a little bit further. So yeah, we're, again, going to be less than a quarter mile from our turn, and we're not getting over to where we need to get over, and we're in a turn only lane. So here comes the paint markings, and at the last possible second we're going to get over to our lane, which again, if there was any traffic here, we would have been screwed. We're either sitting there waiting or we're making that right. Bad path planning. Alright, this is the last thing that it's going to do that's probably not going to be too great. We got to make a left and then an immediate right here very quickly. Well, not an immediate right, but a very quick right. So let's see how well it does. So yeah, it's by law getting in the correct lane. Now it needs to get immediately over. Like immediately over. It should be getting over now. We should not be speeding up. We should be trying to get over. It did for a second put the blinker on. But yeah, if we tried to pass that truck, we would have absolutely missed our turn, so I disengaged. And that is it for this. So that is my normal commute. That is the normal stuff that I deal with FSD, and why I cannot wait to see 11 and hope that it is very much better than this. This was the best release to date for certain, but it still has a lot wrong with it. So that's it for this. Hope you enjoyed. I also hope you enjoyed watching all the renderings on the screen there. And yeah, hopefully the next time you hear from me, it'll be from version 11. Till then, take care, folks.